Welcome to the Battle Zone. It's Animated Wrestling League, strong and free from the Greater Toronto area, and we're starting off in the Joshi Tag Team Division as the unholy alliance of Nekomusume and Wild Thing. That's right, cats and dogs wrestling together. It's mad hysteria, ladies and gentlemen. Go up against the ladies of Lucha. Lupe Peligro, who makes the tag right there to the jewel of Lucha Libre, Joya. Starting off this night of contendership action, we have not one, not two, but three #1 contenders matches. That's because next week is Champions Week, and every single title must be defended. In tonight's main event, we have a very Canadian Battle Royale, where 6 wrestlers will compete. The winner will be the 5th and final challenger for Kid Canada's Canadian National Championship. In the semi-final, we've got House Classic versus T49P, with the winner of that match facing the new classics of Lee Masters and Sammy Nix, the 7-time Tag Team Champions, at Champions Week. We're also going to find the first challenger for our new Joshi champion, Wakazaki Ai. She's going to get a bit of a spring break trip from Japan all the way here to Canada, because she will face either Heidi Howitzer or Usa-chan. And that could mean Heidi Howitzer pulling double duty. That could mean Kid Canada pulling double duty. We'll find out coming up later tonight. We also, because we should let the champions have a match on the Go Home show, Kid Canada and the new classics will team up against Team All Elite Wrestling. Orange Cassidy, Danhausen, and Eddie Kingston. Because that's a combination where nothing could possibly go wrong. Also, we've got RazorWyng versus Shynron in the Battle of the High Flyers. All of that still to come later tonight on AWL Strong and Free. And if you would like to see all of that action, plus all of the action of Champions Week, please give us a subscribe. Click that little subscribe button right below this window. It means absolutely nothing to you. It means everything to me. Trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the season. We are more than halfway there, but I would love to break that barricade, that triple-digit barricade, after having done this for over a decade. God, I'm pathetic. Alright, moving on. As Wild Thing tags in Nekomusume, the cat daughter. Taking a quick look at the win-loss records here. The Unholy Alliance of Monster Union, 0-1 in tag team action this season. The ladies of Lucha are 1-1. So everybody here is looking to build up some ranks, looking to either get to or stay in 0. Basically balance out their score going into the second half of Season 22 of the Animated Wrestling League. Every match counts here, because just a 1 or 2 match, 1 or 2 point advantage in the win-loss differential, that gets you a fight for 4. That gets you into the best 4. That gets you title opportunities. As Lupe Peligro tags in Joya, it's been a rebuilding year for the ladies of Lucha, as Joya, who is 24 and 30 in her AWL career, ratio of -6. This is up against Nekomusume, who's 28 and 39, ratio of -11. And I say it's a rebuilding year because the ladies of Lucha lost a member to Botsumania last season. And I hate to say it, in the Joshi division, Nekomusume is in the bottom. Nekomusume and Wild Thing, as a matter of fact, are both currently scheduled to have to compete in that career-threatening match. I'd hate to lose either of them. Nekomusume, very popular with our fans. And of course, Wild Thing, a veteran of the AWL Joshi division, been here since the founding of the division. So right now, they could make up the entire female contingent from AWL Strong and Free in that career-threatening match. So every win is vital here. Nice drop kick by Lupe Peligro, the luchadora from Veracruz, Mexico, who actually has the best win-loss record of anyone in this match, the only one on the plus side of the ledger. 21 wins and 14 losses, ratio of +7. Oh, that's going to be a fine. Headbutts not allowed here in the Animated Wrestling League. I mean, we're not going to disqualify you for it, but we're certainly going to cost you some money. But then again, I don't think the manipulator, you see that witch in the background, the manipulator, and cares about any of that, cares about money. It's all about combat and glory. Irish whip. Oh! Pulls back into the knee strike.
10 remain.
Third of the way through the time limit in this non-title, 15 minutes, time limit, 1 fall match. Here in the Animated Wrestling League, the tag is made. In comes Joya, the Jewel of Lucha Libre, the founder of the Ladies of Lucha, and hits the Jewel Cutter. Joya with her Jewel Cutter for the 1. And if not for the breakup of Neko Musume, the cat daughter, coming in and saving the day, that would have been it. The Jewel Cutter, 1, 2, 3, except for the breakup. And now going for a figure 4 headlock. Cannot maintain it, gets reversed and escaped very quickly by Wild Thing. It goes into a sort of a desperation tackle. I'm not going to call that a double leg takedown or anything. That's just tackling somebody. Tag made to Neko Musume. The 2 smaller members of the respective teams, the tail attack does not connect. The cat lands on her feet, as she always does, and starts using those feet, starts using those back paws. Boom! Right to the face. Gotta love it. Tag made to Wild Thing. And I like that the Monster Union team is tagging in and out, because these 2 have very different wrestling styles, Neko Musume and Wild Thing. And if you keep switching, you can keep your opponent off balance, but that might not have to be a problem for much longer. He stops the Waza! Lycanthrope Bomb! Wild Thing, the lethal Lycanthrope from Transylvania with the Lycanthrope Bomb. Sending Joya all the way out of the ring to recover. Lupe Peligro sacrificing herself to save the match for the Ladies of Lucha. Joya literally on the ropes, thrown into the ropes. Very dangerous, that high tension elevator cable. We call ropes for some reason. Big splash and no water in the pool. I don't know if Joya was playing possum there or what. Running dropkick right to the side of the head, right to the temple. That is a potential knockout blow. That could do serious damage to somebody. STO, Space Tornado, Ogawa. Swing and a miss with a spear through the ropes. Irish whip. Ooh, no, they both stay standing. Joya showing strength, determination, and speed here. A snapping vertical suplex, and Joya has placed herself between Wild Thing and Neko Musume, exactly what you want to do in a tag team situation. And now moves the match onto her side of that invisible line between the neutral corners that we talk about so much. That's the beginning and end, really, of tag team strategy. Keep it on your side of the ring. Keep it on your side of the invisible hypotenuse. Oh! Nasty looking back elbow. And with that one move, that spinning back elbow, this has completely reversed. Joya in trouble. Neko Musume now in control. But Lupe Peligro has recovered from her sacrifice with 6 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. We don't keep track of draws here in the AWL. So in the event of a time limit draw, neither team will gain a point in the win-loss records, but neither team will lose a point either. And again, okay, I've lost count. Comment down below if you know how many tags the Monster Union team has made here. Big backdrop driver, and she holds on to it, looking for a German. Hits it. She's looking for a third strike. No, she's going up, going vertical. A hat trick suplex cornucopia. Cornucopia, sorry. For some reason I tried to say spanakopita. Maybe I'm just hungry. Greek Heritage Month here in Canada, by the way, March. Going up, vertical suplex attempted. Oh! Atomic drop into the back paws. Eat defeat for the 1, 2. Lucky kick out. Last possible second, 2.5 at least. Lupe Peligro getting out right before that final and fatal 3 count. Now looking for a Lycanthrope Bomb. Are we going to see it? He stops the Waza. Lycanthrope Bomb! Knocked out. Monster Union with a much-needed victory for both Wild Thing and Neko Musume. Here we go. This is the knockout blow. Straight from Transylvania, the Lycanthropa.
Here we go there. Monster Union.
That puts both Monster Union and the Ladies of Lucha at 0 in the AWL win-loss record. Actually, no, that puts Ladies of Lucha at -1. Unlikely that they will get another title shot, another shot at a title shot this season. The future of the Unholy Alliance, more promising. Here in the Animated Wrestling League, we've got some of the best high flyers in the world, so let's just throw them at each other. This one's going to be crazy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his resume from cyberspace, the flyest wrestler in the galaxy,
RazorWyng, the flyest wrestler in the galaxy, Kaka, comes into this match with an AWL record of 12-14. Looking to stay on the plus side of the roster. Looking to build himself up to maybe a fight for 4. You know, he's been rubbing elbows with the top echelon of the Animated Wrestling League over the last couple of seasons. It could happen. But not if the man who declared this to be his season of gold has anything to say about it.
And his opponent, making his way from Atlanta, Georgia, the Spirit Dragon, Shynron.
Speaking of the top echelon of the Animated Wrestling League, 42 wins, 28 losses, ratio of +14 for the Spirit Dragon, 1-4. And that puts him at the number 11 spot for the entire Strong and Free roster, and actually makes him the number 9 top wrestler in AWL Strong and Free among male competitors. So on paper, this is Shynron's match, far and away. He's also a little bit more world-traveled than the Spirit Dragon. Sorry, the Spirit Dragon is more world-traveled than the flyest wrestler in the galaxy. At least this world, of course. RazorWyng from Cybertron, as we all know. He had a rough time as a protoform, that's all I'm going to say. Alright, 10 minutes on the clock in this one-fall standard AWL rules match. Coming up next, we've got our Trios Interpromotional match. The Golden Trio of Kid Canada, the Canadian National Champion, and the World's Tag Team Champions, the New Classics, face off against Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, and frickin' Danhausen. This is going to be awesome. And then we've got our 3 #1 contenders matches, and by the end of the night we will know the full card for AWL Champions Week Season 22 as Shynron, spinning around, getting a little extra centrifugal force, going after the side of the knee there. 1, and notice that the knee that he attacked, that's the same leg he hooks. That's actually really smart, because if you manage to do damage to the kneecap, and then you force your opponent to bend his leg, that's going to increase the pain. Standing Star Press by RazorWyng, who at the end of last season was part of the AWL squad that helped get rid of Bullet Club Gold. Swinging Crucifix 1. He needs a name for that. If you know a name for RazorWyng and that abdominal stretch into the crucifix, I want an idea. Down in the comment, we'll work with him. We'll figure out what that is. Fujiwara armbar now, showing his technical training from the Wrestle Factory days. Forearm forward goes Shynron with 8 minutes and change remaining. RazorWyng looking somewhat uncertain, but Tope Suicida! Oh, sidestep by the more experienced Shynron. Collar and elbow tie up into, ooh, Huracanrana. On the outside, of course. RazorWyng in trouble now, getting pummeled by the Spirit Dragon. The fans helping to count along, make sure that everybody knows what the count is. Remember, we have a 20 count on the outside here in the Animated Wrestling League. But for right now, RazorWyng trying to come back. I was expecting a high-flying, crisscrossing in mid-air battle, but this has been a brawl. This has been mostly strikes so far. Ooh. Belly-to-back slam. Not a full suplex because he didn't bridge on that. Neither of these men in the AWL Best 4 in any division. But I'll be honest, they wouldn't... I'm wondering if these two might not make a semi-decent tag team. Now that I'm seeing them in the ring together. Yeah, blue and gold, I've seen worse. And of course, the wrestlers entering and exiting the ring that resets the count. RazorWyng, Kaka, getting the fans in on this. And frankly, this is a case where I think the fans are happy to see both guys. Nice grab of the leg sweep. And if someone's trying to kick you and you can grab their leg and stop all of their momentum, even if they do actually manage to get some impact on that, you've got them off balance. Pull them back. Trip the leg. Body slam. And Shynron... No, I thought Shynron was going to do something for the ropes. Taking it easy tonight, I think, maybe. Maybe that's Shynron trying to play a mind game with RazorWyng, saying, yeah, I don't need to do a 790 splash to put you away. I can just use a body slam. But the Master of Motion cannot deny his innate nature for too long as he goes straight to the top rope. And he's thinking double dragon. Will he hit it? Yes, he does! The double dragon! The double moonsault! 1, 2... And RazorWyng digs down deep to the Earth's molten core to get out of that one. Two of the best high flyers in the world today, competing for you here in AWL Strong and Free from the GTA. Back handspring elbow. And I think that either didn't connect or that was blocked somehow. RazorWyng now looking for Razor's Wing.
5 remain.
Rest in peace, Scott Hall. Razor's Wing, the full wingspan for the 1, 2, kick out. And now both men have kicked out of the other's, really their best move. They're officially Satsuwaza, their ultimate technique. And we're back to the graps. We're back to the basics of professional wrestling. I think maybe these wrestlers are trying to show that they're not just the high flyers. They're not just the spot monkeys. They're, and you know, please don't call anyone who looks like Shynron a monkey. That's never, never good. So the people who use the term spot monkey probably don't realize that. And again, the mind game. And here, uh-oh, up. Powerbomb counter to the Huracanrana. Shoots the half, very close to the ropes, however. And that was probably a strategic error, I think, by Shynron. He realizes now where he was in the ring. Enzigiri, the back kick to the head. And that mask, both of those masks, those do not provide protection. The masks are not designed to be heavy. They're designed to be made, usually, they're fabric. They're not crash helmets. Double dragon this time! No water in the pool. High risk, no reward for Shynron. Wheelbarrow, bulldog. I know that's got a name in Spanish and Lucha Libre. I don't know what it is. moonsault DDT off of the middle rope. The white strand of the AWL Strong and Free ring, of course, our ropes evocative of the Canadian flag itself.
There are 3 minutes remaining.
And we're into the countdown. Another RazorWyng if he can hit this. Oh, very close to the ropes there. RazorWyng, and the head of Shynron bounces off of that top rope. But still, you see how with the desperation, he is breathing deep as Shynron. He is out of wind right now. These guys... Ooh! Gravity-defying offense, even when they're on the ground, these two. RazorWyng. 3rd time, will it work? Hisatowaza! Razors! Wait, no! And a beautiful arm drag counter by the Spirit Dragon. He's saying, bring it, come on through, up and over, no!
There are 2 minutes remaining.
2 masters of the high-flying arts. Not letting the other connect with their high-flying offense. And this is the undercard, ladies and gentlemen. These are the preliminary matches of the evening. Forearm strike. Up, gravity kick. 0 and ante. With less than 90 seconds on the clock. The gravity kick into the cover. Was that a knockout that the referee missed? 1, 2, 3. It might have been RazorWyng with the 1, 2, 3 off that Majiku-esque gravity kick. We'll see if we've got a replay of that. There's the RazorWyng. RazorWyng showing his athletic ability all throughout this match. Gravity kick, and yeah, oh, that was the knockout. He didn't have a damn clue where he was after that. Referee probably should have called that, but in the end, the result is the same. 1, 2, 3, caw-caw.
Here is your winner, RazorWyng.
And that helps move RazorWyng up in the standings. Title shot in the future? I don't know. We'll see. Team AWL versus a golden trio of the Animated Wrestling League, but plenty of belts on the other side as well. AEW is here in Canada this week for Dynamite and Rampage, a 3-hour live spectacular of the Coca-Cola Coliseum. I'm going to be there.
The following interpromotional match is scheduled for 1 fall and is a trios contest. Introducing first, meeting his over the ring from wherever, playing whatever, representing whoever. Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy, no stranger to combat here in the Animated Wrestling League, but it is so strange to see him without the AEW International Championship, a title he originally won for the first time right here in this city, right here in Toronto. A lucky location for him. Even if he hasn't had a lot of luck in the AWL, he is 2 and 4 in AWL competition. Ratio of -2 is Orange Cassidy. The ever-enthusiastic master of sloth style. Oh, we are? Okay, I'm just being told we're doing the full entrance for Danhausen because there is no God. Yeah, this season Danhausen demanded a big, cool entrance from the AWL Commissioner, and apparently it's not going to be a one-off. Yeah, he's getting all the pyro.
Introducing his partners first, making his way to the ring from very far away, representing All Elite Wrestling. Very nice, very even. Danhausen. That's what I just said.
Okay, it's going to be like an hour before he actually gets to the ring. If anybody wants to, get some popcorn stand, concession stands are open throughout the building. If you'd like to find a way to give me some money, that'd be cool too. I don't have a Patreon, I don't do Venmo, I don't do coffee or any of that. Yes, we know you named... Okay, and yeah, we're having to cycle the music. He's taking so damn long with this entrance. Yes, we know who you are and we like you. Would you please get to the wrestling ring now? Would you pay me to do this, if you could? Oh, there he is. There's Danhausen. I just don't think he likes the idea of other people making money off of his entrance. Alright, time to get serious.
And their partner, making his way to the ring from Yonkers, New York. He is the All Elite Wrestling Continental Champion, the Ring of Honor World Champion, and the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion, the American Triple Crown Champion, Eddie Kingston.
Whether you know him as the King of the Bums, the War King, the King of Ashes, or the last of a dying breed, he is one of the greatest professional wrestlers in the world today, Eddie frickin' Kingston. And as you saw in the graphic there, this match taking place before Eddie Kingston's defense of that Continental Championship against Okada Kazuchika on Dynamite. So honestly, as I'm recording this, I don't know if he still has that belt.
And their opponents, introducing first, making his way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He is the most Canadian champion in the world, the Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, Canada.
The man who will make his 5th and final title defense of the Canadian National Championship next week at Champions Week against the wrestler to be determined in tonight's main event. Remember the rules of the Contenders titles here in the AWL. 5 successful title defenses and you get to cash in against the champion of your division in a match of your choice.
And his partners, making their way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, by way of Las Vegas, Nevada, the Technical Wizard, Lee Masters. From Brooklyn, New York, the Suplex Master, Sammy Nix. Together they are the reigning Animated Wrestling League World Tag Team Champions, the New Classics. All together, the AWL Golden Trio.
8 successful title defenses in this, their most successful reign out of their 7. They're going for V10 in the world's record, but it's going to be the Canadian and the orange guy. Collar and elbow tie-up. The former international champion versus the reigning Canadian national champion. Going up, hot shot, right across the road, very Bret Hart of him. Of course, Kid Canada takes inspiration from all the greatest Canadian wrestlers of all time. Puts his own spin on it, of course. But he is the most Canadian man in the world, and he's got everything happening on his side of the ring, like I said. Trios action, tag team action, very different, but with very similar strategy, as Orange, I think, is about to take a nap on the, yeah. Drop kick, ineffective. Face first into the corner, tag poke. Oh, and Eddie Kingston, the first one, to take a bit of a cheat shot. I love Eddie, but he is known for a little bit of a not so nice about him. Eddie Kingston has had some time in the AWL in the past, but so has Mr. Danhausen, Donovan Danhausen, to use his full title. And taking a quick look at the win-loss records as Lee Masters of the World Tag Team Champions comes in. Danhausen 6-8 in AWL competition ratio of +2. Lee Masters' current opponent, a member of the 100 Win Club, 100 to 80 wins to losses in his career, +20. Became a member of the 100 Win Club in his last match here in the AWL, looking for win 101. We don't have a trios division in the Animated Wrestling League. I wish we did, but wins and losses count all the time. Tag team rankings not affected here. Although I will say that Orangehausen has been a tag team at least once here in the Animated Wrestling League. Let's see if I can double check their stats. Orangehausen 0-1 as a tag team. Eddie Kingston, not really known as a tag team guy much anymore. Kingston comes in, going up against Minneapolis's own Lee Masters. See if I can find Eddie's record here. Eddie Kingston 4-7 in the Animated Wrestling League. Showing how he beats you down in Yonkers, and it's Yonkers versus Brooklyn. And tope! A massive tope by Eddie Kingston. I mean, maybe he's just been in AEW too long, but you know what? He's always been a man of hidden depths, inside the ring and out, as far as I'm aware. His last appearance here was as part of the Contractual Obligation Rumble back in January. And of course, with AEW in town in Canada on a Canadian tour right now, expect to see several AEW wrestlers here over the next few weeks. Irish Whip and the trained mixed martial artist versus the literal street fighter. The first Grand Champion of Chikara versus the Tag Team Champion of the Animated Wrestling League. Collar and elbow. 16.5 minutes remaining. Plenty of time left. 20 minutes on any... Oh, Hurricane ducked and missed. The American who walks the King's Road. Tries to block the tag, does not, and we're back to the New York versus New York matchup here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Right hand going up, and backdrop. Eddie Kingston, not a small man. That's an impressive feat of strength. Kid Canada comes in, and it's U.S. versus Canada. At least I think Orange Cassidy is... I think he's from the United States. I mean, he's from, wherever, but judging by the accent, I'm guessing probably U.S. somewhere. I mean, it's not like he just screams and rambles all the time. He's actually quite well spoken when he chooses to be. Going up, going down, vertical suplex, no! Stun Dog Millionaire! Into the cover. Orange Cassidy showing fire right now as 5 men in the ring. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family needs to get control of this. Great arm drag takeover, tag to Danhausen, who's going to be looking for very nice, very Neville. And looking to maybe collect some teeth here. Cross body block by the Canadian champion.
5 minutes left, 15 remaining.
Plenty of time for these 6 men to settle within the ring. This is a friendly competition, we hope, between All Elite Wrestling, our Western partners, and us here at the Animated Wrestling League. Oh man, look at that. Trying to crank the neck of Danhausen, the human neck, not a bendy straw. Kicking midsection, going up, looking for the... No, he's looking for the destroyer. No, reversal. Powerbomb reversal to a sunset flip. Referee a little late to start the count there. But maybe should have been at least 2. Danhausen might have a complaint, and he's got male care and energy sometimes. Orange punch, and that's it! KO! And just like that, the orange punch ends the match. A victory for all 3 men from All Elite Wrestling.
AWL.
I'm going to be at Dynamite and Rampage this Wednesday night. You're seeing this, I think, on Friday. So, hopefully it was a good show. I mean, they've got, it's Edge and Christian versus each other. It's Okada, Kingston for the first time. Drool. Alright, sorry, I need to focus on the match that I'm actually promoting here. First of 3 #1 contenders bouts.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is a #1 contenders match for the Animated Wrestling League Joshi Championship. Introducing first, making her way from the Warren, accompanied by Betty Bubbles, representing Lucha. She is the #4 ranked in the AWL Best 4.
In order to balance out AWL Champions Week with 3 title defenses in Japan and 3 here in Canada, the commissioner has decreed that Wakazaki Ai will make her first defense of the AWL Joshi Championship against the top Canadian contender. However, both Usa-chan and her opponent tonight, Heidi Howitzer, have equal win-loss ratios. They are both at +10 in the win-loss division. Usa-chan 38-28, Heidi Howitzer 11-1. So there must be a match to determine who shall make the challenge of the newly graduated, the new high school graduate, Joshi champion. This will also be Wakazaki Ai's first time in Canada, so good for her. Hope she dresses warmly. Because it's March and we still have snow on the ground.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring from the wasteland, she is 1/2 of the Animated Wrestling League Joshi Tag Team Champions. She is the #2 ranked in the AWL Best 4. Heidi Howitzer.
And if you think Heidi Howitzer won't make us film at least 1 match in advance to make this work, because she's going to have to be in Japan to to defend the tag titles against Yin and Yang, and she'd have to essentially use the effect of the time change to arrive back here before she left. It can work. It's stupid and you should never do it, she said, having done it once. But it is possible, so it's a good chance. There's a chance here that Heidi Howitzer could come out as the dominant force in Joshi Wrestling, as tag team and singles champion, or Usa-chan showing her leaping ability here, the style of the rabbit wrestler, the incredible leg strength, the leaping ability, the kicks. Oh, missed with the drop kick, however. Heidi Howitzer, powerful delayed gut-wrench suplex there by the tag team champion. Heidi Howitzer going to be looking for that tombstone pile driver. Probably the deadliest tombstone ever used by a woman in professional wrestling. Usa-chan going to be looking for something like that. But then eventually going to be looking for the Usagi DDT. Or the Bunny Hop Extreme. You heard those numbers about the number of matches these two have had in the AWL. Look at that! A technique she developed during her 7-match series with Wild Thing. That broad back over the top tope, giving her the best chance of getting some kind of contact with her opponent. Now, in the event of a time limit draw, Heidi Howitzer would advance, as she is the #2 rank in the AWL Best 4, and as a result, that means her rank would be maintained. Tope Suicida. Heidi Howitzer, not usually what we consider a high flyer, but showing she can do it when necessary. Ooh! And some impacting offense as well with the strikes. Both of these women seemingly trying to play each other's game, maybe trying to show exactly what they're capable of. Heidi Howitzer against a veteran, a comparative veteran of the ring wars. Maybe trying to show, I can do everything you can do, I'm as versatile as you are. Whereas Usa-chan points out, hey, oh, Jesus Christ! Rabbit-esque. Usa-chan-esque leaping ability. And Howitzer-esque strength and impact. These two women showing incredible matching ability here. They are trying to outdo each other at the other style of pro wrestling. I don't think I've ever seen this before in my life. 99.99% of the matches, whenever you have a clash of styles, everybody tries to wrestle their match. They set the momentum, they set the style, and that's usually the path to victory. Usa-chan now in very familiar territory on the top rope, but swing and a miss. Heidi Howitzer with a sidestep. Irish whip. Lariat take. No, she caught her with a goozle. Choke slam. Deadlift by the neck. As Usa-chan kicks out at 2. Heidi Howitzer incredibly dangerous, incredibly powerful, along with Max the Impaler set to defend the tag team titles against Yin and Yang in a Wasteland War match. And then she wants to immediately get on a plane. The commissioner's going to have to charter a private jet or something, fly all the way across the Pacific Ocean to wrestle Wakazaki Ai. I don't know. Could she do it? I think she could. I genuinely think she could. I think it's a dumb idea. But professional wrestlers, they will do anything to become champions, double champions, triple champions. I've already seen one triple champion tonight in the War King Eddie Kingston, victorious with his team. Orange Cassidy getting the final blow just a moment ago. Hey, final blow a moment ago. That actually rhymes. I'm not even trying. As you can probably tell from the quality of my commentary, please subscribe. 5 minutes and 40 seconds approximately on the clock as Usa-chan with Betty Bubbles, her true love, watching on, cheering on her girl, and Usa-chan might be pulling out something. She might be thinking bunny hop or bunny hop extreme here from the prone position or not. Wait a minute, he saw Tsuwaza. Usagi DDT! Usagi DDT. Usually that's the 1, 2, 3. But having to pull Heidi Howitzer away from the ropes to prevent a rope break. That could be a fatal delay. No! The Usagi DDT, not enough.
5 minutes have elapsed. 5 remain.
This is women's wrestling at its best. Oh no, this is what we were worried about before. Tombstone Power straight from the wasteland for 1, 2, no! Okay, both women have now kicked out of the other's best move. Everyone's gonna have, and now, okay, Heidi's pissed. Everyone is gonna have to dig deep, deep into the arsenal here. Deadlift. Oh, going for, Dominator, deadlift domination. But still, Usa-chan able to get back to her feet. Wait a minute, that's Betty Bubbles' old move, the Bubble Buster. The Bubble Buster for the 1, 2. Betty Bubbles' old move, the Betty Bubble Buster. Was it Bubble Buster or Bubble Burster? One or the other. using her girlfriend's move. She started using that during that Best of 7 series, trying to bring Betty Bubbles back to the Animated Wrestling League as a manager, former wrestler, now turned professional manager. Hey, true love means learning each other's wrestling moves. They're going for another tombstone. No, to escape out the back into a cutter. The veteran in pink. The pink bunny girl with a side Russian leg sweep. Pretty sure they got bunnies in Russia, don't they? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Oh, we see it. Bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop extreme! Bunny hop extreme, 1, 2, 3! In just under 7 minutes, Usa-chan writes her ticket to Champions Week. Everybody gave their best in this match, the bubble burst. But in the end, it was a bunny hop extreme for the 1, 2, 3.
Here's your winner, Usa-chan.
As Betty Bubbles enters the ring to celebrate with her girlfriend, there you make it official. Wakazaki Ai, the champion, versus Usa-chan, the challenger, for the AWL Joshi Championship right here in Canada next week. It's going to be a long celebration tonight, but now the hard work begins. Two teams at +2 in the best 4. What are you going to say? Number 1 contenders match, number 2 of the evening.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is a number 1 contenders match for the Animated Wrestling League World's Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, taking their way to the ring from the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear and the independent circuit, Matt Classic 2, House Classic. They are the number 2 rank in the AWL Best 4.
Father and son, the first ever intergenerational tag team champions in the history of the Animated Wrestling League. Wrestling Society X veteran Matt Classic, his son Matt Classic 2, against a team that probably shouldn't like each other as much as they do.
And their opponents, they are the number 2 rank in the AWL Best 4. The Arab American Dream, Hassan, and the Canadian National Champion, Kid Canada. Together they are Team 498.
Once again, Kid Canada, the Canadian National Champion, agreeing to wrestle 2 matches in one night. And coming up short in our previous bout against Team AEW, I don't know, this is not a smart idea. So no surprise that the Arab American Dream, Hassan, is starting off the contest against the veteran's veteran, Matt Classic, the inventor of professional wrestling. Immediately going into a bear hug, that was a match ender in Matt Classic's day. Bell clap escape by the Grand Slam champion. Matt Classic, a top-level champion as well in the Animated Wrestling League. Matt Classic Sr., also a Grand Slam champion, but a tag mate to Kid Canada. Also a Grand Slam champion, I'm looking it up here. Kid Canada has held the Grand Championship, the Tag Team titles, the Intercontinental, and the Canadian National Championship. The only major accolade he has never won is the New Year's Tournament. Whereas Hassan, Grand Championship, Tag Team Championship, Intercontinental Championship, and New Year's Tournament, same combination. For Matt Classic Sr., is only able to get a 1 count. This is the creme de la creme of professional wrestling here in the Animated Wrestling League, and that means these guys are the best in the world worldwide. Do not let that, I'm going to say, lucky orange punch fool you. Tag Kogeki opportunity. And the first ever intergenerational tag team champions, showing good cohesion here, making use of the rules to allow tag team attacks, tag Kogeki, we call them. Bit of a cheap shot there by Kid Canada. Notice that Hassan still taking the majority of the ring time here. But I do admire Kid Canada, realizing, look, I've got a singles run that I'm on right now, but I don't want to abandon my tag team. I don't want to abandon my friend, my tag team partner. We're going to have to call that an American leg sweep, because Matt Classic, not a big fan of the Russians, and I don't blame him. So there's a good old-fashioned wrestling boots, stomping away at the face of the Arab American Dream. The tag is made from the son to the father. Matt Classic Sr. coming into this match. 80 wins, 53 losses, ratio of plus 26. His opponent of the moment, Hassan, 111 wins, 100 win club, 1-2, kick out. 111 wins, 96 losses for Hassan, ratio of plus 15. Vicious looking DDT there, spiking him right on his head. The mask providing little to no protection. I told you these two teams are going to be ruthless. You believe me now? It doesn't have to be a personal grudge. These are athletes. These are professionals. These are sportsmen. They want to be the best in the world. They want to hold a championship belt. In the case of Kid Canada, he wants two. He wants to make his final Canadian National Championship defense, complete the CNC, cash it in, become the Grand Champion, become the first man to ever hold the Grand Championship and World Tag Team Championship simultaneously. That has never happened before. In 22 seasons of the Animated Wrestling League, Kid Canada could make that dream a reality with just 3 more victories. After tonight, of course, he has actually 4 victories. He'd have to get through this one. He'd have to retain the Canadian National Championship. He'd have to win the tag team titles, and he'd have to win the Grand Championship. Power bomb suplex, extremely dangerous move, not usually performed by someone the size of Matt Classic 2. Matt Classic 2, currently 56 wins, 55 losses in his career, ratio of plus 11. Kid Canada, 80 and 63 plus 17. So huge numbers, huge positive numbers for all 4 members of this match. Kid Canada also one of the last ever graduates of the Heart Dungeon 1.0, the original version. Vertical suplex. Drops the knee across, I don't know if that was the head or the back, but very dangerous. But he's going for a very Canadian spear. Will he connect? Spear, 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 spear. Kid Canada looking to avenge his loss just a few moments ago. "10 minutes and change. And once again, the T49P, Team 49 Parallel, getting a few cheap shots in. Tag made to the Arab American Dream.
5 minutes have elapsed. 10 remain.
The wrestlers can hear the time calls just as well as you can, which means barely, because our audio system's a bit buggy sometimes. Ducks under, going for, oh, ripcord drop kick, or almost a ripcord rider kick. But before senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family can even start going to the classic claw, the family submission maneuver has to be broken up. Pushing the interference rules, pushing the save rule, is Kid Canada out of necessity. Phoenix splash! His father will never ever do that in his life. But that's why we call Matt Classic 2 the innovator of professional wrestling, as his father was the inventor. 9 minutes. I don't know what CM2 is thinking here, but he's going to have to do it quick. Do not give Hassan a chance to recover. Oh no, going right into the enemy corner. Matt Classic Sr. with a moral objection to blind tags, possibly costing his team here. Manhattan drop from the New Yorker. Belly to belly slam. And now he's going to be looking, the Arab American babyface, looking for the paradigm shift that he represents. Paradigm shift! The paradigm shift, but very close to the enemy corner. 1, 2, no, Matt Classic Sr. maybe saw in his son's eyes that he had what it took to kick out German. Hey, you step into the ring when you're not supposed to be there. All's fair in love and war. Back elbow into the stomach. Collar and elbow tie up into the neutral corner of the... Oh! Matt Classic 2 limping to the corner, and this may be a case of whichever team gets tired first. Body slam, reversal. Oh! Huge overhand chop into the alley-oop by Matt Classic, former AWL World Heavyweight Champion, in addition to his modern-day accolades. Said it before, I'll say it again, one of the best in the world. Matt Classic, also the 2012 Oshogatsu Taikai champion. Interesting stomp there, going for the arm, going for the shoulder blade as well. The human body, like a good suit of armor, sometimes you need to go for the hinges. An attempted tope suicida does not connect. Matt Classic looks to get back in the ring, ducks a clothesline by the Arab American Dream. I said there was nothing personal between these teams. There might be something personal after this match, no matter who wins. And there's the Classic Claw. There's the original version. The Iron Claw, the Classic Claw that was taught to Fritz von Erich. Once upon a time, though, Fritz, Matt Classic still maintains, never quite got it right. But there, the Classic Claw again. And I believe Kid Canada is the legal combatant right now. We'll see if Matt remembers that. Actually, I'm not sure who is legal. We'll have to count on the referee. It is Kid Canada. Kid Canada, the legal fighter. And I don't think Matt realized that. I think he thinks his opponent's running away. But look behind you, Matt. Kid Canada with the diving tag. Ricky to Robert. Now Hassan's legal. Matt Classic Sr., he does not want to tag his son right now. He wants to deal with the person he still sees as a kid. He still remembers that young rookie from Season 0 who came to Japan to the Animated Wrestling League because we were the only people that weren't going to make him play a stereotype or a terrorist. Back in the day, there's still way too many racial stereotype gimmicks in pro wrestling, but we were the place that Hassan was able to build his own career under his own identity.
10 minutes have elapsed. 5 remain.
And that's why he has been loyal to the Animated Wrestling League ever since. Matt Classic Sr. coming into the AWL after Wrestling Society X folded along with a few other WSX refugees. He's the only one left standing. Brought his son into the business. Bequeathed his son his mask and his claw. A headbutt right between the uprights. You're going to have to very carefully watch that. The referee says that was just slightly above the belt. The tag made to a very Canadian champion. And a good escape there by Matt Classic, but an uppercut from the Canadian champion. This is what it takes. Big back body drop. This is what it takes to just challenge, just get a sniff at championship gold here in the Animated Wrestling League. You've got to fight with every last ounce of your strength, of your stamina, of your speed, of your brains, of your heart, of your Tokon, your fighting spirit. Everything has to go into every single match. or you're going to go nowhere in this company. And these four men know that better than almost anybody else in the world. Now in this case, there's no champion's advantage. A count-out win is still a win. You would still advance. And Kid Canada takes away the opportunity of a tag. But right now, Matt Classic, who's barely stirring, barely moving, tag made Hassan legal. I'm not sure if the referee saw it. 3 minutes and change remaining, but Matt Classic able to roll into the ring with plenty of time, and he goes straight into his signature aeroplane spin. Look at that, round and round and round he goes.
3 minutes remaining.
He reverses the polarity of the neutron flow, completely disorienting Hassan. I've seen him make people tap out for this, or pass out in this case. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family says Hassan is unconscious. Like an astronaut training for a space shuttle launch. Let's take a look at that one more time. The centrifugal force. And a grueling, grueling match you just saw a few highlights of. Enough to knock out a Grand Slam champion like Hassan.
Here are your winners, House Classic.
And there you see, it's going to be students versus teacher and son. New classics, House Classic for the Tag Team Championship of the World in 7 days. But now it's main event time. There's only one title we still need a challenger for. Let's get to
The
it.
following contest is a very Canadian, over-the-top rope battle royale.
It takes 5 title defenses to cash in the Canadian National Championship. Who will be the 5th challenger?
Introducing first, making his way to the ring from the laboratory, representing the Augments, Project Tetsu 3.0.
A victory tonight and a successful title match next week would put Project Tetsu into the 100-win club. He is 98 wins, 61 losses in his career, plus 37. It's rare that we get to see an individual entrance from the Augments. Battle Royal rules, managers not allowed at ringside, so Dr. Jigoku not involved in this match. That is the Dean of the Active Augments, the Iron Project. Oh! What the? Wow. Sorry about that, folks, if you still have your eardrums.
Introducing next, making his way also from the laboratory, representing the Augments, Jigoku Destroy.
Jigoku Destroy, the cyborg created from the broken parts of Hakaisha, the Japanese destroyer, once the AWL Commissioner's personal enforcer. 137 wins, 77 losses, plus 60. The top win-loss record in the AWL, and the first ever Canadian national champion. As you can tell from their continuous music, 3 of these competitors, all members of Goku's army.
Representing the augments, originally from the laboratory of Professor Nicodemus, and the prettiest wheel, Calyx.
A once abandoned experiment, resurrected and upgraded by the diabolical Dr. Jigoku. 3 augments in this over-the-top rope battle royal, but it is every man for himself, because only one can challenge for a singles championship in the Animated Wrestling League. We don't do, oh, there's like 10 men in the match and the champion doesn't have to be pinned to lose it. Well, bullshit to that. We don't do that here because it's stupid. Oh, now things are getting interesting.
Introducing next, making his way in the ring, from the sands of time, representing Monster Union, King Akira.
At AWL 65, AWL Strong and Free 65, King Akira has already challenged Kid Canada for the Canadian National Championship. He was the second title defense. Kid Canada defeating the Wrestling Mummy in 5 minutes and 3 seconds. A possible redemption, dare I say it, or resurrection on the cards for King Akira. We shall find out. Over the top rope. A man that big, that heavy, that powerful, it could happen. And yeah, I saw the graphic. This sucks. Yep. It's this jerkwad.
Regrettably making his way to the ring, from the mean streets of Niigata, the light, Tanaka, King.
Well, it looks like the AWL Commissioner is being uncharacteristically merciful tonight. One of the rules of Botsumania is that active champions, reigning champions, regardless of their win-loss record, are immune from Botsumania. So if Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi could pull off a couple of miracles and become Canadian National Champion, his career would be safe. Now, the question is, who is X? Okay, I think I recognize that music. Do you? You've got to be kidding. Yeah.
And finally,
what?
making his wooden ring from Tokyo, Japan, and making his AWL Strong and Free debut, representing himself, Hiroyuki Shota.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've just been handed this memo from the Commissioner's office. Hiroyuki Shota has been transferred to AWL Strong and Free. He is now a member of the Strong and Free roster. We welcome him and look forward to great matches to come. Alright, get rid of that. Don't need that. That is a surprise to end the night on. Here we go. Bang the gong. We are on. No time limit in this match. Could go all night. Hiroyuki Shota, who was last seen being fired by Zaidan J by the very kind assistants. And I thought we'd find him with a pair of cement shoes at the bottom of a river somewhere. Instead, making a transfer over here to AWL Strong and Free, bringing back the music and the colors of his time as one of the Flying Yukis. New ring gear, new singlet, new everything. And look at Tanaka Kenichi. He's such a tiny little man. He's just such a tiny little man among all the giants. He's so sad. And he's gone. Alright, first elimination in, about 25 seconds. And it's Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi. Good riddance to bad rubbish. I think the commissioner was just joking. Well, that's the comedy portion of the match over with. We've got 3 augments that they have to fight each other. You cannot have 3 winners of a battle royal. King Akira and Hiroyuki Shota showing why he was called a Flying Yuki with a beautiful Hurricane Rana on a 6'10", 6'11" individual. I'm not entirely sure. King Akira looking to rise from the grave very early in this contest. Clothesline by the Mummy. He cannot speak for himself. I will say it for him. Viva Monster Union. An opportunity for redemption. Going up. Powerbomb. Liger Bomb. Sit out Powerbomb by Mecha Calyx. Mecha Calyx, who has got a perfectly balanced record in the AWL. 5 wins and 5 losses, ratio of 0, ±0. Oh! We're seeing a double team, 2 regular tag team partners double teaming against each other. DDT here. Hiroyuki Shota looking to pick up some trash around the proverbial net. He needs to get used to hockey metaphors now that he's in Canada. And look at that! He just flies through the air, leap. Look at the leap there, and he's not even a rabbit. That's not Usa-chan, that's a human being. Oh no. Ooh! A rib-shattering blow by the first ever Canadian national champion. Ouch. Good grief. Unbelievable. King Akira, the only man standing. King Akira, who has sniffed at the Canadian National Championship before. Never won it, unfortunately. I will point out, last season at Champions Week, the Canadian National Championship did change hands. Matt Classic 2 winning the belt from Sammy Nix. 1 season ago. We have 2 seasons a year, at least we try to. Oh! Unusual double team against the Mummy. That's a sentence most humans don't get to say. I'm a fortunate woman. I'm a fortunate person living my life. Right hand. And it's not enough to be the only man standing, the only wrestler standing. You have to absolutely destroy your opponents to be able to get them over the top rope and down to the floor. And the strength of Jigoku Destroy more than enough to lift the Mummy up into a very dangerous position. Going up, going out perhaps. Hiroyuki Shota also in trouble as Mecha Calyx looking to eliminate him. And there's the touch of Anubis, Death himself, and there goes Hiroyuki Shota eliminated by Mecha Calyx. An inauspicious start to his Canadian wrestling career, but Hiroyuki Shota is back in the Animated Wrestling League. He is still alive, and he is a world away from Zidon J. Good for him. We are down to 4, 3 augments and a Mummy. Oh, and these, again, the augments are not going to work together here. They've not been programmed to do that. Oh, the Manamatalo hand of Mecha Calyx. These are not clubbing bow blows. These are clangs of metal on metal. King Akira somewhat wisely staying out of it just for the second, waiting for his opportunity. And they, ooh, spine buster by the man who, I think his spine was pulled out in the mummification process. I think that would have been a tap under normal circumstances, but there are no submissions in a battle royal, but a crushing bear hug to Jigoku Destroy. The augments are dangerous enough when they're working together. How much damage are they going to do to each other? Over the top rope, and there goes the Dean of the Active Augments, the Iron Project, eliminated by the newest toy in the toy box of the diabolical Dr. Jigoku. And we are down to 3. King Akira, Mecha Calyx, double team with Jigoku Destroy, and a low blow, blatant foul, no disqualification in a battle royal. Up and down. Ooh! The question is, whatever free will remains in Jigoku Destroy, does he consider Mecha Calyx to be a true augment, not an original invention of Dr. Jigoku? Professor Nicodemus inventing him, and this is a huge mistake in a battle royal. But pulling it off barely is Jigoku Destroy, the only augment that Dr. Jigoku has ever put his own name on. The only one he's ever claimed personal credit for, his prized possession. Now trying to eliminate Mecha Calyx. Mecha Calyx planting a foot on the mat, trying to maintain his balance. He does so. And we're down to it. Wait a minute, over the top. The first ever Canadian national champion looking to stay in this. He does so. Big boot by Mecha Calyx. This is your Meat Madness match, ladies and gentlemen. Big meaty men slapping meat. Or at least big metal men slapping, clanging metal, I guess. It doesn't sound as good. Sit out powerbomb yet again. Once this match concludes, we will know the full card for AWL Champions Week Season 22. 6 matches, 6 titles, 6 defenses. It's going to be a global conflict. 3 matches in Japan, 3 matches in Canada. Subscribe if you're not already. If you're still watching this, you are subscribed, I'm pretty sure. Up, down, the touch of Anubis. Color no bow tie up, Irish whip. Off the ropes. Swing and a miss with the lariat. Now that's these 3-way moments in the Battle Royal. When you're down to the final 3, it's so hard for anyone to get an advantage, especially when you have 3 competitors as evenly matched as this. Oh! Full rotation on the German suplex to a super heavyweight of Monster Union. Collar and elbow as well. The metallic hand for the choke. Slam! Somebody as big as Calyx, the former castigator, has to use a choke slam. It's like wrestling law or something. Now a blatant choke in the corner, but that's a revenge for the low blow earlier. There's no official, there's no referee, there's no one to make a disqualification call. We've got our camera bots. The ones that aren't doing the hard cam shot here, we've got our camera bots making very sure when someone's feet touch the ground. Over the top rope, King Akira in trouble, and gone, Akira! King Akira eliminated. There will be an augment versus Kid Canada for the Canadian National Championship. But will it be the top wrestler in AWL Strong and Free? Will it be the top champion, the first ever champion of Canada in the AWL? Jigoku Destroyer, will it be the newest toy in the toy box? The man with the most flesh still on his bones of the augments. Will the Proteus wheel reign supreme for really the first time anywhere? We're gonna find out. Ooh, nasty shot there in the corner. Oh no, the Tree of Woe! Jigoku Destroy caught up in the Tree of Woe. Dangerous, dangerous, stupid, stupid. Pulls him up. And... oh, wait a minute, reversal into a power slam. Dead center of the ring. Normally that'd be an easy win for Jigoku Destroy, but he's got to get Mecha Calyx out of the ring. Can he do it? He's gonna try. Going up. He's gonna go for another power slam, this time all the way out, and he does it! Jigoku Destroy is going to Champions Week.
Here's your winner, Jigoku Destroy.
And with that, the final title match for next week's Champions Week is set. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I get to try and do an Excalibur special. For the first time ever, the Joshi Tag Team titles will be defended in a Wasteland War Yin and Yang to challenge. It's student versus teacher for the World Tag Team Championship. The Tigers' War continues with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Kid Canada tries to complete the Canadian title in his final title defense against Jigoku Destroy. Wakazaki Ai with brand new ring gear makes her first defense against Usa-chan, and in the main event, the greatest wrestler in the world today, Will Ospreay versus the Emerald Dragon, Will St. George slay the dragon? We will find out next week. Please subscribe and don't miss a match from the Animated Wrestling League. Contender. Himarida.